Bigfoot, he's disappearing here.
Looks like he's disappearing into the mist.
He's certainly disappearing somewhere behind that tree.
Speaking of mist, did you ever see the movie Gorillas in the Mist?
Yeah, I'm aware of that movie for sure.
Sigourney Weaver. Now, that was a movie about a species that is already discovered, the gorilla. She was a conservationist, and she was protecting the gorillas in Africa.
Are they able to, are females in particular able to get next to these wild animals easier than our males? Are males more threatening?
That might be the case. It seems like Jane Goodall, Diane Fossey, and there's other. I can't remember who took over for Jane Goodall or who has taken over for Jane Goodall. Maybe there's some guys that
overwhelmingly females are more successful at this type of thing.
I really don't know. I don't know what Jane Goodall's qualifications were. From what I understand, she didn't have a degree. Now, I don't know if she has in the meantime some honorary degree.
Probably honorary for sure. But is it just that she's interested in big masculine creatures? Is that...
You mean for a date or something like that? I remember.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's just really... It's kind of bizarre.
Well, Gary Larson, the cartoonist, did a parody of her in one of his cartoon strips. It was a picture of Jane Goodall with some chimps, and then one of the chimps says to another chimp, "Oh, so you've been cheating on me with that hot, with that blonde or something like that."
Did she raise a stink about that?
No, she actually thought it was good and was kind of flattered by it. Thought it was funny, but the people that were sponsoring her, funding her studies, were offended. This is an all-time low. This is, but
and she thought it was cute.
Yeah, she thought it was cute. Now that happened decades ago when that was written, and today no one would even think twice about it. But they had more, not morality. What do you want to call it? More.
Well, I don't know. Somebody would raise a stink about that. Somebody would say something about that.
I guess that's true. But there's so much out there, more out there that's like that.
Well, Pretty Woman. Who's the girl that? What's her name?
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts was in a similar situation where she was almost sexually attacked.
Now, you wonder if that's ever happened to Jane Goodall. I'd like to know more.
Well, I mean, Jane Goodall thinks it's kind of cute that comic strip came out. Maybe there is a little romance happening there.
Well, I'd like to know what I'm not saying anything happened, but I would like to know more the dark side of what they can't tell you. Because what you've seen on Jane Goodall's reports were about cannibalism and, some of the chimps killed the other chimp's baby and just, murders within the community. Now, that's
so. Are you suggesting that there are rapes happening?
No, I'm not saying. Oh, no, I'm not saying that. Even remotely saying that. But what I am saying is
that something that's ever been reported?
Not that I know of. But what I'm trying to get to is if they tell all that about the cannibalism, what don't they tell you about chimp behavior? Maybe there's stuff they hold back. Who knows? There's always stuff people hold back.
So it's just a little too shocking for the general public.
Perhaps. Maybe there should be something funded other than by a reputable organization that could give you a better picture of what's going on. Because when I hear that chimpanzees that were kept as pets in the United States or were trained are ripping off people's genitals and eating people's faces...
Well, I would assume that they feel threatened by another male.
Yes, and but there's male photographers that accompanied Jane Goodall, or a male photographer that I think she was actually married to for a while, that was with her when she was doing her research. So why wasn't he attacked? And we've never gotten to the bottom of any of this. Why are the chimpanzees in the United States so volatile? And we've heard attacks. And I've seen photos of people that own chimps, where all of a sudden it grabs somebody's arm and just won't let go, and the people are like, "Oh my gosh, what am I going to do?" And that's not even like fully grown chimps. So
I mean, you don't want to fool around with a wild animal like that. Come on.
Yeah, and I'd be very hesitant about... I'm talking about just going there to a preserve where there's chimpanzees, and, I mean, you get the crap knocked out of you.
Well, those two guys, the guy got killed at the San Francisco Zoo, just taunting a lion?
A tiger.
Oh, a tiger, that's right.
Yeah, we talked about that in one of the previous episodes. Yeah, and so... I mean,
that's at a safe place, at a zoo, where you think, it's fun and games, right? Maybe not.
And they've had all their needs taken
care of. Yeah,
taken care of. But the instincts,
eating steaks and
the instincts are still there.